The Egyptologist Howard Carter, in the year 1922, opened a tomb and made Tutankhamun the most renowned pharaoh of Egypt. However, that boy king started his reign with a purge to remove anything related to Aten, a godlike technology. A cleansing that ended with the removal of everything King Tutankhamun's childhood advisor, Horemheb, could find of the technology once called Aten Orb, a science that produces a clean energy, a technology that would be resurrected over 3,000 years later in the 20th century. The boy king's advisors, the priesthood of Amun, seemed to have had a problem with the pharaoh, Aten, and his flagrant display of this field of engineering through the creation of a city dedicated to that technology. This city included outside displays of the magical powers of Aten, the power that was well known centuries prior to that city's building. Tutankhamun's advisor, Horemheb, had convinced the boy king that all the displays of this technology needed to be removed. A cleansing that began with the purging of the city, called the Horizon of Aten, along with the references to the pharaoh, Aten, even to his queen Nefertiti, who loved the pomp and ceremony she could bask in as she shows off the power of this technology. Therefore, when Horemheb became pharaoh, he took great pleasure in the disassembling of the city's displays, even to the point of hiding the stones inside the second pylon. However, centuries later an earthquake would shake and crumble Horemheb's pylon to reveal the stones of that forgotten city, thousands of jumbled stone blocks that held the lost technology. Henri Chevier started the excavation of the Horemheb pylon in 1926. Even so, those thousands of stones remained disjointed without a cipher for many years. However, in 1965 a group of archaeologists, including R.W. Smith, began a program to reassemble a representation of that city through photographs and computer referencing programs. A curriculum that would reveal the secret power that belonged to the Aten enigma. This giant jigsaw puzzle showed Aten with three attributes: first, light; secondly, heat; and thirdly, in this case, the Angst-Truth representation, a simple mirror. Mirrors that were used to reflect the light of the sun, and when those mirrors were used in conjunction and their reflected light was redirected to the same point, it produced heat, which was Aten's second attribute, a technology that is now known as solar furnaces. These mirrors were made of gold or of copper with a silvery, mercury finish. Reflectors that were common in other technologies of Egypt, such as in their communication system, and these mirrors were a powerful tool in Egypt's concealed science. The city of Aten was a problem for the priesthood of Amun. The city revealed too much knowledge that belonged to Egypt's elite. Miraculously, the reassembled blocks of that dismantled city showed that the heat of the Aten system had many uses. However, it was an exchange student to Egypt from Syracuse by the name of Archimedes that would show the power of Aten to the world, especially the Romans. Archimedes is said to have single-handedly defended the city of Syracuse in 212 BC by constructing the system that is now called solar furnaces, mirrors that were used to focus the sun's light by more than 1,000-fold onto the Roman ships. Today, the power of Aten has gone high-tech and is used to create electrical power out of thin air.